What is up, Virgo? Welcome to your general timeless reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and let's get into it. Virgo, you feel very like Empress, very regal, like I'm ready to get things done. I know my worth. I like this for you. To the point that I even switched it to the Golden Universal Tarot, which to me as a reader is a very like divine, I know my worth kind of deck. It really is. Let's see what we got for you, Virgo. They showed me dominoes pieces, like not pizza, like the game dominoes. And I felt like I had to clarify that. I think sometimes people forget that it was a game. Let's see. It feels more like strategy. It feels like you might be creating a strategy or a plan to create something or to kind of like maneuver out of some chaos. The Sun, that's your first card out. That's really strong. I like this. I heard something special and spend time alone. I feel like this is going to be very sudden. And I feel like it's almost like a gift, like a very surprise, very divine gift that's coming your way. Okay. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. You're definitely building. 8 of Pentacles is the card of diligence and building. You're definitely, it feels organized. It feels extremely, Virgo, it's actually your season, duh. Very organized, very methodical. 8 of Wands, you have 2 8s. 8s are the number of like the CEO energy. Sorry, I keep going like this, but it's just like such a potent, like such a nice energy. I love energy like this. It feels like you're just progressive. You're ready to go. You're ready to build. You're like, don't get in my way. Like, I'm very loving, but don't step on my toes because if you do, I'll fuck you up. And it's fine. Like, everything's going to be great. Just let me thrive. Like, I'm done with the chaos in my life. I'm ready to thrive. I like this. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. It's going to happen very quickly. It feels just so sudden. I feel another, okay, this feels like the party pooper. I'm just going to call it like I see it. King of Pentacles. Okay, I like it. Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Wands. Not too bad. Death in reverse. Okay. I'm going to be honest. There's something about this that feels like I want your attention on me now on this project. That's kind of what it feels like. They're doing great. They're moving in a new direction themselves. They're going through a really big transformation. They have a new chapter in their life coming about. If this is your partner, I feel like they just want you to kind of like dote on them, applaud them. And you're kind of like, hey, like, can't do it right now. Too busy, like working like crazy. Proud of you. You're doing great. Keep it up. Back to work, right? That's how it is. And it's almost like they're wanting like, I love you. You're doing amazing. You're doing fantastic. Do you want me to wash your feet? No. We don't have time for that. We don't have time. Too busy building things. And that's okay. The homie's got to like meet his own needs. You know what I'm saying? Him, her, doesn't matter. I'm just saying him because it's a King of Pentacles. It's energy, not gender. We all have masculine, feminine. Okay? Keep it in mind. Very progressive. They're doing great. It just feels, we'll see when we clarify. Let's get a few more on you. A 5 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Oh, you're healing a deep wound. Yeah, the Hermit. No wonder you're just kind of like, yeah, that's great. Back to me. You're healing a wound where it's almost like you're so sick and tired of, you might have realized you had like expectations of how people would dote on you when you succeeded. You're like, why? You're seeing it mirrored. You're seeing it mirrored. You're like, wait, I always used to celebrate you. I always used to like dote on you and like applaud you. And I realized I don't have to, right? That's something I could be proud of you and like, that's great. But this is a little excessive. And at times you probably wanted the same thing and you're realizing it left you feeling really betrayed or hurt. And that's what you're healing. You're realizing the reality of it is like, I can celebrate my damn self and I can be happy for myself and happy for you, but I can give just as much joy and fulfillment to myself. It's really not about them. It's just you realizing like, cool, that's awesome. Proud of you. Keep it going. Let me kind of like keep my grind, right? I like this. I like it. Bottom, yes. Fuck, yes. Ace of Cups. You're learning to fill your own cup, to not expect other people to fill it for you, right? That's great. That is great. I think this is going to be fine. I think they're just going to realize that you're shifting. You're becoming a new self. I like it. I like it. It's funny. Okay, let's look at the Sun. Yeah, fuck yes. I love this. The Sun, you have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. You're in a very receptive energy. You're not in the masculine, right? Of like, let me give to you and give to you and give to you. No, you're like, I'm ready to receive some doting myself. You are a true pair with the King and Queen of Pentacles. I really like this energy. It tells me that you're on the same path, which would explain why you're both going through such big shifts and you're doing a lot of work and they're going through this big transformation. But your heart's really opening to the value of who you are, right? Which is limitless, right? You have limitless value. And that's just such a great realization of, wait, I deserve this time, this energy. Like, I deserve to be able to do these things. That's an awesome place to be. Yeah. Ooh, shit. Still spicy. Caught me off guard. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Devil. Makes me want to go, ugh. It's disgusting. It feels like resentment, if I have to be honest. It's almost like there's a part of you that's like, I'm going to focus on my own shit because I'm resentful that I focused on your shit for so long. It feels resentful. It does. It feels, and it might not even be conscious. It's almost like part of you might think that you're really working on this fully for yourself, but so if this is like your full working on this for me, there's this much of you that's working on it because you're sick with yourself by all the attention and time you gave to the people around you. And it's kind of like the realization of the self-betrayal, right? Oh my gosh, I was betraying myself from succeeding in whatever it is that you're building now by giving so much time and attention to things that outside of myself, right? Not learning the healthy balance. And you're learning it now, but there is a part of you that is resentful of them when really it's a self-betrayal, right? It was the self-sacrifice for them. Nurturing their insecurities, but also nurturing your own fear of abandonment. Yeah, it was a twofold. So resentment, but also anger with self. Which is so normal. It's human. It's so human. It's so human to like give to the people we love, especially when we have abandonment or rejection wounds, more than we would give to ourselves, right? And you're healing that, and that's why it's coming up. But just be mindful of that resentment that is there. And I tell my students, like, what's your why? Always be honest with yourself of your why. Why are you doing it? Why are you partaking in it? All levels of it, all duality, like the good and the bad. What is your why? Because it's going to help you get really clear on your goals and the direction you're moving in. Okay. I understand why you have this wound with this person. They won't admit it, but they do have a tendency to not want to celebrate other people's victories because they have a competition mindset. And so when they see you progressing forward, it triggers a part of them that feels unworthy. And this is what they're healing because you're progressing forward very much so. And so now they're perceiving you through a lens of, oh, you're my competition, when you're not. And it's really just a part of them that doesn't feel enough, that is saying, wait, we have to be as enough as we perceive them, right? So if they perceive you as like goddess, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not enough. I have to be more. I have to do more. And then when they are more and they see you still working, still going, it's like, oh my gosh, are you not praising me? Did I not do it? Am I not worthy of you? So you both are going through Nine of Swords in reverse. 9 and the 6 with this King tells me that this person is not aware of this wound. They just are like really disconnected from their emotional self. And I kind of feel like you're just like, it's not my shit to heal. I'm just moving right past it, right? If you want to fuss, you want to fight over that, I'm just going to keep it moving. I don't think that you're going to really engage with it. Yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse. And the 9 of... Okay, yeah, so here's that resentment. You're working through the feeling of betrayal. It's almost like there's a part of you that feels abandoned in this relationship or in this dynamic emotionally. And you're really trying to make it very clear that you're wanting to rebuild something that is stable and not something that is faulty. Yeah, this is going to be restructured in its own time, in divine time. It's going to be restructured. You're meant to be focusing on your individual selves right now, very much so. The focus on your individual self, because the reality of it is you are in great standing individually. We got chaotic when the relationship came together. The reason being, right, if we were just talking about energy, you're both going through really big shifts, right? You're embodying a lot more feminine, receptive energy, whereas in the past you were very giving. Now you're present. Feminine is receptive and present. Masculine is forward moving, right? It's progressive. It gives, it gives, it gives. Feminine receives. Okay, they're going through their own transformation over here. And it's a lot of divinity, a lot of cyclic energy. You got Jupiter with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. So they're starting a new cycle themselves. This tells me that both people energetically have not acclimated to their new baseline or their new self quite yet. So you're kind of like two radio stations, both in the static. Any communication you have right now is going to be like, shh, shh, what the fuck are you saying? Shh, shh, shh. You know, no one's going to know, right? Are you listening to country, hard rock, heavy metal? What is it? Nobody knows. until you tune in. It looks like I'm twisting nipples, I'm sorry, but when you tune in to your new frequency, right? When you're finally up here, that's when you're gonna get to your place of like, okay, we're on the same wavelength. That's why you're meant to individually take some time apart right now. Let's look at the Hermit. Sorry, I'm laughing at my own sick mind. With the World in reverse and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, so here's your cyclic energy. The Hermit is in reverse, actually an energy of avoidance for me as a reader. This actually feels more so like if you're spending too much time focused on your project and you have the realization that there is a part of you that really needs your attention, please give it your attention. Like, work through the part of you that feels guilty for not working, right? Work through that part of you that feels shame because you weren't as productive, right? Keep in mind that self-care is productivity. Keeping yourself at 100% is being productive. Caring for yourself is being productive, okay? Please keep that in mind, because that's what you're going to realize is your truth. That if I want this project, this relationship, this part of my life to really be at 100%, I need to show up as my 100%, right? Or as much as 100 is for me on this very day. And that's okay. But it's having compassion for yourself and learning to flow versus moving through life with judgment and rigidity, okay? Let's look at them. Six of Pentacles, Three of Swords. I keep hearing who's coming. They attract a lot of chaos. I'm just going to tell you, they attract a lot of chaos. They attract oh my goodness. I feel like this person's a magnet for people who have heartache. Basically, like, oh, this is going to sound really bad. Codependence, right? They attract a lot of codependence, a lot of needy energy, people who want attention, people who want to be doted on, people who mirror the very wounds that they have, that I want to be enough, I want to be worthy. So this might be a very flirty personality. It might be someone who attracts a lot of fixer-uppers as friends. It might be someone who always attracts those coworkers who are always struggling or have like a bad relationship back at home because they want to give so much to other people because they don't feel enough. The Three of Swords, right? And they're going to have this realization of, okay, I need to find relationships that are more reciprocated, but I also need to balance how much I'm giving to myself with the amount they give to others. Same thing you're going through, different form. You're very stubborn, very stubborn. This feels very much like someone who does not want to admit their wrongdoings in a relationship. And it has nothing to do with the other person, even though I'm sure this is very hurtful. This person sucks at apologizing, and it's not because they intentionally don't know how to apologize. It's because if they apologize, it means that they have messed up, and it means that then they have this inner dialogue that says, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, I didn't do it perfectly, I'm worthless, blah 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 blah. And it's not true. It's not true, but that's their inner dialogue, that's their wound, and that's why it's very difficult for this person to give a true, honest apology and or follow through with apologies they have made. It's not an excuse, it's an unhealthy behavior, but I hope that gives more understanding as to why they're doing it. Yeah, Temperance, beautiful. Yeah, and that's what needs to be healed. That's their biggest wound. And it's not that they don't want to apologize. They are very critical of themselves and they will beat themselves up inside. And that's why it's even more hard to apologize, because saying an apology out loud, when you admit out loud you've done something wrong and you find that hard to do, it's like when you read something you wrote to purge out of your energy in a journal and you read it out loud for the first time and you start bawling your eyes out. It makes it real. It makes it real. And that's why it's very difficult for them. Again, not an excuse, but I hope it gives you a better understanding that this person's behavior has more to do with them and their wounds that they're healing than it has to do with you. Okay, so try not to personalize it. With the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords in reverse on top of the King of Pentacles. They so badly want to just like express to you their gratitude and how much they love you. And there's almost fear of doing this. So you want to know what I heard? With sober thought. With sober thought. So this tells me that this person might only communicate when they've been drinking or when they're eating a ton of sugar or something, right? Inebriated in some way, right? It's hard for them to express this. It's very hard for them. Yeah. They're very scared of doing the work because what if I do the work and I fail? What if I do that? This feels like a wound with parents or authority figures being bashed on when they were trying really hard and it just never being enough. Yeah, very hypercritical. With the Three of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Holy fucking solar plexus. Yeah. Wands are soul energy, so it's going to be your sacral and your solar for me as a reader, right? And then you have the Ace of Pentacles, quite literally the solar plexus for me because it's a yellow circle, right? Right. Okay. I feel like they're going through a really big shift of understanding their worth. The solar plexus is our confidence, it's our ego, limiting beliefs, insecurities, attachment, addiction, codependency. It's all the stuff that makes us feel or behave in a way that honors or does not honor our self-worth, right? Or our confidence, our personal power. With the Three of Wands and the Five of Wands, this person sees opportunities and immediately decides, nope, I'm going to fail. I'm not going to take it on. That's what they're working through. They know they have a lot of opportunities. It actually feels to lead people. With the Three and the Five of Wands, I feel like they work really well with groups of people when their ego does not get in the way. They can be a very healthy leader. But when they feel insecure or feel a need to prove themselves, they could be probably a little controlling or overbearing because they're seeking so much recognition, but they might not get the attention that they want. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, they're going to have a job change. They're going to have a career change. They're going through a really big career change. Either they know it or I feel like they don't know it yet. This is going to be good for them. Even if they get fired unexpectedly, that rock bottom is going to be good for them. It's going to be like a gift for them to go and like have some time, like only like 2-3 weeks, but really time to like decompress if they take advantage of it, right? Instead of being like, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to find a job? They're going to have a new opportunity come in, but in order for this new opportunity to come, that door has to shut. It has to shut. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. This person over here is just chilling. They're like, I'm doing great. I'm thriving. Everything's cool. Okay. They're very avoidant. Ace of Cups. So you're both going through the lesson of learning how to turn inward and start investing in the foundation of your own emotional health. You both get to a point where you think that you've done enough and you stop, and then you think that you can take on more. When you get to this point, don't take on more. Really question yourself and ask yourself, have I been here before? Examine it. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's the card of failure, but the Seven of Pentacles also speaks to whatever you planted growing. So keep investing in it. But with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it tells me that you might give up on the foundation that you've been building, okay? And go back to old ways of moving or feeling and working. Really take the time to get to know yourself, because when you go hermit, you will have true clarity about what stops you from really closing out this Ten of Wands instead of delaying it, okay? You're going to get very clear. Page of Swords, becoming the student of the subconscious mind, and in turn you're going to have a much healthier relationship and you will both be in your personal power. I like it. I like it a lot. If you take my tarot course, you know that I call sevens the checkpoint. The reason being is because the 5 is the pivot. The 6, you move beyond the pivot, beyond the conflict or the change. And the 7 is the universe's way of saying, hey, did you actually learn the lesson? Did you actually pass the test? Because I'm giving you an opportunity to go back and learn it or to continue moving forward and close out the cycle, okay? Be mindful that you're reaching a 7. You're being challenged to continue moving forward, continue to do what you are doing, and close out the cycle because you both have very new beginnings coming. Oh, look, the Lovers over here on your energy. Didn't even see that. I like that. You're very invested in the connection, but I feel like you're just not invested in what they got to heal. You're like, okay, that's yours. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Which is fine. That's fine. It's healthy boundaries. Career, beautiful. Fairies, like it. And environment. Healing guide, perfect. It's time to pivot, to align your career with your soul purpose. Stop thinking so much and remember to play. I feel like this is more about you over here, learning how to take that time to recognize self-care as something that is also productive, to not lose yourself in this project or in this work. For this person, obviously, it's that career change very clearly that we just talked about, which would also explain why environment is here. Your environment needs a change, a trip or move is coming. They're changing their environment to get away from these very like needy energies that they've attracted, to put themselves around people that are much more secure, confident, and actually believe in them and know that, hey, we hired you because you have a great purpose. We want you to do X, Y, Z. Keep doing your thing. This feels very entrepreneurial, doing whatever it is you're doing to build whatever it is you want to build. And it's helping you heal and connect with your higher self. So focus on your health, choose it above all else, which is most likely why the self-care, seeing it as something that is productive, was highlighted for you. Because if you enter into burnout, your immune system's going to crash. Be mindful of that, Virgo. You are the sign of like health, wellness, purity, and all that stuff. So health is going to be highlighted for you at this time. But this is what I have for you. If you want to become a certified Reiki practitioner, my classes for 2024 are now open for registration. I have classes in January, February, May and June, and September and October. It's an 8-person group class for those who are local to North Carolina or willing to make the drive. So go ahead, check that out. And if you rather do an extended mentorship program, I have a 6-month mentorship program. It's a dual certification program that certifies you in all 3 levels of Reiki as well as quantum and shamanic healing. So go ahead, check that out if you'd like to entertain Reiki or energy healing as a career. And if you want a personal healing session with me, a tarot reading or more, check out my website down below. I'm also a certified life coach. So whether you want spiritual mentoring or actual life coaching in regards to your personal and professional life, go ahead, check out my website. My background's in biology and psychology, and I bridge that with my spiritual education to help you align with your true purpose. Okay, so check it out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.